The following program is for adult audiences only.
This is
Eric and Gord. What if we're right?
Live right now.
Are you ready?
Find and like us on Facebook. Follow us on Instagram.
I gotta pull up some news on my phone here. Hi! Happy Wednesday. It's August something, 18th, I believe. I'm Eric. Talking at you as always from Kelowna, British Columbia, Canada, where, I'm a baller now.
Is that even a term used anymore?
Damn right it is. Used by me, biggest marijuana dealer on the West Coast at the moment. How's it going, Gordon?
Going okay. Tired as usual. Burnt out as usual.
I hear ya.
But I'm still alive, still happy, so that's okay.
That I can concur with right now. I'm also incredibly tired. I started a new job where I actually do stuff.
Oh, that's gotta suck.
And it's very good company, but they looked at my resume and they said, okay, we don't have to tell you anything, just go to it. I'm like, all right then.
What am I doing?
And I am simply distributing marijuana all over the world. Mostly to Ontario.
That's cool.
Not to BC. BC people tend not to buy BC bud. Because they get it here much cheaper from their dealers.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Although I did hear the argument, and I don't know if you can corroborate this. Well, you're not really into it anymore, but one guy I worked with, he's like, you know what, man? It's nice just to be able to stop at a store and get it instead of like having to call a guy and arrange a meetup and all this stuff.
Well, I gotta say, the one thing that I do like about it is right now, if I want something, I can literally just St. Catharines over the last 5 months had a boom in fucking stores. It went from having 2, I think there's 15.
Jeez.
With like another 20 opening within the next couple of months. Like, it's insane. They're just fucking everywhere. But what's great is that means your selection is through the fucking roof.
Yeah.
So if you're looking for something specific, there's a high chance you're gonna be able to find it, and it's just fucking grand.
Now something I have to ask you, because our company swears it's not a deal, but THC content, how much does that matter?
For me, massive. I have 2 criteria specifically when I want weed. One is I prefer a THC count of minimum 22% minimum. I'd like to get up to the 27 to 30 if possible. And I'm also very much into the specific flavor. Like I like a berry. I don't like the earthy tone that you get with a lot of them, where if it tastes like a diesel or it tastes like earth. I just don't like it. It just blows my fucking throat apart. So I like the sweet stuff, and makes me way more limited on what I'm getting, and usually costs me more because I usually got to go for a more instead of getting the more name brand, I got to get the more smaller individual brand names. So cost me a little bit more, but I end up getting a way better product.
Well, we can help you. We got all of what you just said. But a lot of people want like 30, 35. They don't understand. It's like more alcohol in your whiskey. It's not really helping the product at all. We cap out at about 27.
Yeah.
For some reason, I'm not sure. It's just that's all we can do. We tried to do more and we can't apparently. So
well, and that's just it. And that's why, like, the only time when like if I want to get if I want to get ripped, I'm not just gonna smoke weed. I'm gonna do a mixture of fucking bubble hash and keef with fucking black hash, and I'll just do like a little fucking I always call them a tossed salad. Get my little leafy greens and some little croutons of the hash in there, and just do like a little mix. That's the shit that knocks me the fuck out, and I smoke before I go to bed if I need it, and it knocks me the fuck out, and I'm happy about that. I don't have my bad dreams, which is great. Because for those that don't know, I suffer from night terrors. And
he does. That's why I don't sleep with him anymore.
That's right. Eric didn't like it when I'd get up and try to throttle him. Out of fear. Yeah.
So yeah. Anyway, we sell weed. I meet all your criteria. So if you, I don't know what our branding is like, but if you see anything by Flower, that's me.
Right on.
And that's Flower with no E.
FLOWR for those that can't spell.
The Flower Corp. Very cool company. I'm having a very good time. I think I might keep this job. I'm trying very hard not to screw it up.
Is it known as The Flower?
No, it's Flower Corp.
Oh, okay, there it is, Flower Corp.
No, that other one that's all blue and flowery, that's not us.
Oh, okay.
I don't know what that is, but it's not Flower Corp. We're big, we're huge. We are tied into, I'm not supposed to talk too much about it, but all our research and development is done by Scott's Miracle Grow.
Oh.
So they help us grow 20,000 kilos a year.
Shit.
And they won't let me live in one of the greenhouses. I've tried. I'm like, fuck, just let me live out here. They own so much land, it's ridiculous. They own like, it's retarded. I'll show you when you come visit.
Yes.
It's a good job. Anyway, that's my work. And it's fun, and I'm enjoying it finally. I haven't had a job that I've enjoyed in a very long time.
See, you guys actually carry as a feature one of my favorite strains right now, which is called a BC Black Cherry.
Yeah, that's everybody's favorite.
I fucking love this shit, man. That is just beautiful stuff.
That is the big seller.
Yeah.
All around the world, mostly Ontario, Quebec. Like I said, people in BC don't buy BC weed.
Yeah.
Not from us anyway. They buy it from their dealers because they can still get it much cheaper. Ours is kind of a higher end. Like we're a little high priced, but the quality is ridiculous.
Yep.
It's all very sci-fi in there. It's like working in a Resident Evil game. It's all very weird hallways, and I have access to everything because I have to because I'm special. So it's really neat. I get to go all through the place, and most people don't. I have to wear a lab coat. I look pretty professional in my lab coat, and I have to wear a hairnet.
Well, yeah, because I've actually gotten weed once from one of the Ontario places, and it had somebody had fucking hair in it, and I was really kind of disappointed by that.
Oh man, the amount of like restrictions and efforts that go in it. Like we're not even allowed to wear outdoor shoes inside the building. We have to have our special Mr. Rogers indoor shoes.
Nice.
Like, I can't wear an outside mask. There's an airlock where we have to get changed if we're going into the core where the plants are. We have to change masks. We have to wear strictly core masks. And I have to put on full coveralls and a lab coat and shit. Like there's nothing getting off me onto any of those plants.
Wow, eh?
And if there is, we have bugs that kill it. So
Jesus.
Bugs. We order these bugs from South America that crawl over the plants and keep them healthy. They eat other bugs, and it's weird, man. It's so much science, and I'm not good at the science. I'm good at the shipping and the receiving, and that's what I do.
That's it.
They tried to explain the science to me. I said, gentlemen, you're wasting your time. Show me where I ship it and where I receive it. That's it. But I shipped a bunch today, and it felt weird. It's weird just having like quantities of pot that my friends would be so envious of, and I don't care about it whatsoever. So it's kind of neat. Just like kilos of it. The amount we throw out would frighten you.
You know, it's weird. You actually can't order right off of your website.
Yeah.
Nope. You can only order by going through one of the
store.
Yeah, one of the a bunch of stores that carry your product.
Yeah. Yeah, I would think we're so heavily regulated that doesn't surprise me at all.
Strange.
No, not really. The government, the regulations, now that I know more about it, they're stupider, way stupider than I ever thought. Just ridiculous.
Yeah, they do. The government has, the Canadian government has total control over all of it.
Oh, you have no idea. Even the packaging, the size of the boxes I ship it in, how the boxes are stacked on the pallet, it's all very, very controlled.
Jesus.
And can be refused if we screw up. Stupid. I don't like it, but whatever. It is what it is.
I just don't get the packaging because it's a waste. B, the way it's done is retarded because the large package for the small amount that you get inside each package, you're just allowing for too much air inside of it, which means it dries out by the time it gets shipped and bought.
Well, it's all vacuum sealed. There should be no air in it.
Yeah. I can't tell you how much shit I've gotten that's fucking just bone dry.
Well, buy flour.
Well, some of the good places, some of the better places, they stick the moisture packs in it, which is fucking phenomenal. I highly recommend that. That's a good thing. And for those that don't know, buy the moisture packs, get the 62%. Just base it off of the size of the container for what package you buy. Most part, you just need a small one. But yeah, they do fucking wonders. Keeps your shit fresh and nice and sticky icky.
Well, there you go.
There you go.
I don't know these things. I don't. I just ship it.
I just ship it out.
You know who else is working hard?
Who's that?
The two Michaels lawyers.
Are they really?
Have you not heard?
No, I haven't.
Michael's favor has finally been charged. Sentenced to 8 years in prison, which he's pretty much almost done, but
They don't do time served though.
no, of course not.
No.
He's appealing, obviously.
Mm-hmm.
But it's interesting what's going on.
And what's he actually charged with? Is it not espionage? It's
corporate espionage, I believe, was the final. Just spying, basically, or violating something to do with something.
Like,
I don't know.
Of all countries to point the finger and say, "Hey, you're spying on us," of all countries to say that, China doesn't got the fucking right. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like pot, black, kettle. You know what I mean? Like, what the fuck? Shit just makes me laugh.
Oh. I just got a really important email.
Oh.
Regarding clones.
No.
Because we're trying to ship clones to Portugal. I probably shouldn't be telling you this.
No, probably not.
We have a very large partner company in Portugal. They own like half the country. Just acres and acres. It's a government, like the government declared it a national treasure or something like that. So it's super important in Portugal.
Holy shit.
And we're shipping some of our clones over there to get inbred with their stuff.
Oh, interesting.
So anyone listening to the podcast, please don't intercept that.
Here's the shipping date.
That would probably look bad. Hey, Eric, we heard your podcast, and then pirates took all our weed, so you're fired.
Damn it. Not again.
It's the government's weed. It's not our weed. We'll be okay. I bet they're not sending it to Michael.
That's that.
Those guys could use some weed, but they're not getting it. And apparently, Trudeau is doing enough of his weed, because why the fuck would you call an election in the middle of a pandemic?
Not just that, but you also have BC, which is just basically on fire again.
Yeah, the whole province is burning down. You can actually see it from my house. It's very, very creepy.
I saw a picture, actually, somebody took of the sky of a shot of Kelowna where you could actually see the fucking fire.
Yeah, it's frightening. And it's very, very close. It's not like out in the woods. It's like in neighborhoods now. A lot of people have been evacuated. I'm up in the mountains. I could get evacuated. I haven't like had a warning or anything yet, but it's definitely possible where I live.
That's nuts. Yeah, so
You-
there's Trudeau. I'm gonna call an election. Middle of a pandemic, one province is on fire. Perfect timing. Let's just do this.
The unfortunate thing for him is he had to, and I've been saying all year that he has to call an election this year or he's fucked because
Yeah.
no one's voting for him if they get to know Doyle.
Yeah.
And he listened, and thank you for listening. I appreciate it, Justy. But bad form, my man. Like, wait a couple of months until people are over this fake, stupid crap. Because they're apparently not. It came back. Now we're in the fourth wave, apparently.
We're starting a fourth wave, and the latest test results are saying that the vaccine is only good for 8 months.
Yeah. If I still get it, you can still transmit it. So those 8 months are kind of at your own risk anyway.
I actually had a hilarious, as two of the guys in my work were talking about it, and the guy's like, "Oh, well, I mean, like the new whatever the new variant is that's out now that's causing all the fucking hubbub." They're like, yeah, but the thing with this new variant though is, even if you have the vaccine, you can still give it to people. I'm like, that's with the whole thing. Variant or not, no matter what, it doesn't stop you from getting it. All it does is just alleviate some of the symptoms.
Yeah, it makes you not die, hopefully.
Yeah. So, fuck off.
I made the mistake. My landlord has it.
Oh, really?
Not the vaccine. She's got the COVID. I don't see her. I don't contact her. We don't, like, I pay my rent by a direct deposit. Like, I don't, or e-transfer, I mean, sorry. Like, I don't ever see her, but she has it, and she's right upstairs from me. And I made the mistake of mentioning that at work yesterday.
Oh, no.
So I got the afternoon off. I should have saved it for today. It would have been smart. Could have got home on time.
Right?
But, yeah, I just slipped out. I didn't mean to. I'm like, oh, great, my landlord's got COVID. I mean, nothing.
Yeah, Eric, did you just say your landlord? Nope.
No,
I didn't. No,
stuff.
I said my landlord watches COVID news.
My landlord is Michael Corvig, is what I said.
God, don't you guys pay attention?
Yeah, so that sucked. I got the afternoon off, but then I pled my case to we have a whole COVID committee.
Ooh.
And I had to meet with them and say, hey, look, guys, I was just kidding.
It's like yelling bomb at an airport. I wasn't thinking.
That's exactly what it is. And it's stupid. I don't like it. I think it's dumb. I think we're going to, like, I don't know, because everyone's half-assing everything now anyway. It's like, oh, you got to put your mask on sort of halfway sometimes. And this sort of like, fuck, why bother? And with the vaccine, why get it? Okay, I can still get the disease. I can still pass on the disease. Why am I going to take time off work to go get poked with a needle?
Because it saves the lives of others, apparently.
No, but it doesn't. That's the thing. It doesn't, because they can still get it from me. Yep. I don't get it. I don't get anything about anything.
Did you hear about there's a woman that was a mother that was charged fined $880 because she sent her child to daycare that had COVID symptoms?
I did not. But
here's what's funny. Not really. Well, I mean, it is, but what's funny is all 15 kids that were in that fucking daycare, all of them have tested positive for COVID now. A kid gave them to all of them.
Well, we don't know it's the kid's fault. That could just be a weird coincidence.
15 times.
I'm not ready to point fingers yet. I'm not comfortable with that.
I thought that shit was fucking funny, though.
Should just be a strange coincidence.
Would you be surprised? I wouldn't. I really wouldn't anymore.
that it looks bad. I'm not gonna lie, but I'm thinking it's probably not the kid.
If this is up for a jury, I'm pretty sure you're fucked. I'm just saying. Not saying it's true, just saying you're fucked.
I'm not rushing to judgment on this one.
Oh man.
And they'll all be fine, and no one will care. My landlord's fine, probably. I don't really hear her walking around much, but nah, she's fine. She's tired, she says.
Yeah, I hear that is a very big part of it.
I'm always tired. Maybe I have it.
Again, not necessarily something you're supposed to be saying out loud anymore.
I might possibly have a thing that makes me tired. That's all I'm saying. Do we still get paid time off, or is that done with? I don't think you get paid time off anymore.
I don't know how that works anymore. I've just given up fucking caring or asking.
Someone write in. Gwyneth Paltrow's vagina does not have COVID, as far as I know. Write in and tell me if I get paid to have COVID, because if so, I might start feeling sick soon.
I remember I made that fucking comment at the one job I was working at when I said, so what were they doing? They're saying, oh, we're going to be doing inventory next week. I said, I might have Ebola. So I'll have to see how that goes. And there's like, you can't joke about that. I'm pretty sure I just did.
Yeah. There you go with that can't again. People go, you can't. Yes. In fact, I can.
I shouldn't, but I sure as hell can.
Is it appropriate? Not likely.
No.
Is it a good idea? Well, no. You don't get to where Gord and I are in life by making good ideas all the time.
No, not at all. But this is why we have so much fun.
Exactly. I'm a lot of fun. I'm never going to have a good credit rating.
Oh man, that can't be any more true in my my life.
My bank just called me. They're like, "Hey, Eric, we just wanted to touch base and see how you're doing. We noticed you don't have many of our products. We were thinking of getting you hooked up with a new credit card." I was like, "All right, you go ahead and punch that into your computer and see what it says." I would love a credit card. And he came back with like "Ooh, yeah, it's not probably going to happen right now." What do you think? Thanks for the call.
I got a call. You'll love this. I got a call from fucking TELUS, because I used to be with TELUS, and I got a call from them saying, "Hey, we're calling because you used to be with us, and enough time has passed that we're allowed to call you back and say, hey, we would like to give you an offer." And they said, so he's popping out this offer. And I mean, I'll give him full credit. It's a phenomenal offer. I just didn't have a whole lot of time to talk to him to find out, like, is it one of those things where you only have to pay like fucking $50 a month for all this stuff, but it's for like 2 months. Yeah. I just didn't get that timeline part right. But I just said to him, I go, well, look, I'm really fucking busy. Can you give me a call next week? And he goes, what day? I said, I don't know, Thursday. He says, well, this offer is only good for this. I'm like, this offer is because you want me back. That's not a short-term thing. You don't just get to say, well, that offer is exclusive up to this point. No, you want me back. You'll fucking wait 3 weeks, or you'll wait 10 fucking months and still give me that same offer or a better one. Not this limited time bullshit. This is why your company sucks.
Commission call center from India bastards. Like, damn it. I don't make any money unless you accept the offer.
How's your rice cakes, asshole? Don't care.
Unless you're one of our fans in India, then we're sorry about.
No, still not sorry.
Making fun of the call centers. Hi, India. How are you? Thanks for listening, you crazy Indian fools. It's great to have you on board. You make my numbers look good, and you all make India look better for it.
Yeah, it's fucking craziness. I can't believe you guys listen to us like this. This is just fucking weird.
I'm waiting for Pakistan to invade my apartment.
um, speaking sort of, I was going through. I was gonna set this one up for later, but I was going through sort of thinking, okay, so like, what am I going to talk about today? And I was just going through. I'm like, you've got so many major things in news. You've got Haiti was just fucking destroyed by another fucking massive earthquake, and then a tropical storm hit right after.
I don't think that's news anymore. Haiti.
Well, what's humorous thing about the Haiti thing? So when the big one hit in 2010, it was a 7.0 on the Richter scale, and 200,000 people died. This one was a 7.2, so it was bigger, and they're up to like 2,000 people.
Well, so they're better prepared this time. That's good.
I just don't think they fixed from the first time, so there's still tremendous amounts of rubble. So I just don't
that
think
too. Plus, most of the country moved to Quebec after the last one, so
yeah, true enough.
There's not that many people there to die anymore.
No, exactly. So I mean, so you got that to talk about. You got the Taliban has taken over Afghanistan.
Yeah,
the president of Afghanistan fucked off, and there's rumors that he took a whole bunch of money and bailed. And he's like, I didn't do that. I left so there was no more bloodshed. You fucking liar.
Of course, he took the money and bailed.
So I mean, like all these, like there's just some big fucking stories going on. You got the fires in BC. You got the election in Canada. There's always the COVID stuff. There's so much, but I have a phenomenal story for you.
That Britney Spears is finally free?
No.
You didn't even bring that up.
No, I didn't, because I didn't know.
I think that's bigger than everything you mentioned.
Did she win?
Yeah.
Oh, well done, Britney.
Her dad stepped down.
Huh. How about that?
Anyway, you go on to yours. Yours is probably way more important.
Oh, well, okay. So we all know, I mean, I'd like to think we all know this, but, Mexico is kind of known for violence.
No.
Yeah, I mean, I don't mean to surprise you. I'm not trying to slam them, but yeah, they're kind of known for violence. So their new way of trying to deal with the, I don't even know what word I would use, exceptional gunfire that goes on in that fucking country. The Mexican government has actually started the steps of filing a lawsuit against the big US based gun manufacturers and distributors in an American court.
Well, that's a way to do it.
They're suing them, basically saying that the vast majority of guns that are used in all these crimes are American guns that are smuggled into Mexico.
Well, you can't argue that.
You can't, and I agree with that. You can't argue that. That's absolutely correct. It's like all crimes. They're all most crimes are all committed using illegally obtained weaponry.
Yeah, yes.
It's just kind of the way it works. That's how you keep from having your supplier, getting shut down legally. So they're actually suing them, and I love this because they're saying that they're actually like saying that it's actually has destabilized our country.
Yeah.
Well, I'm pretty sure it wasn't like don't blame the guys committing the crime, right?
No, it's not the criminals' fault that they're unstable.
No, it's just the fact that the guns are there. So they are seeking $10 billion in damages.
Do you think maybe it's all the corruption? Might be a little. No, it's the guns. It's the American guns. You're right.
Nothing to do with corruption. So here's who they're suing: Smith and Wesson, Barrett Firearms, Beretta USA, Beretta Holding, Century International Arms, Colt Manufacturing, Glock Inc., Glock, I don't even know, it's Glock GES.M.B.H. I don't know what that is. Strum Ruger and Company, and massive international gun supplier Whitmer Public Safety Group, which I just love the fact that it's called the Whitmer Public Safety Group, and you deal guns.
Colt is Canadian, so yay us.
Yeah, so that's kind of nice. The complaint contends that 70 to 90% of the guns recovered from crime scenes in Mexico were trafficked from the U.S. by the 6 major companies, with Miss Smith and Beretta, Century Arms, Colt, and Glock and Ruger. They say the complaint also highlights that, quote, Mexico has one gun store in the entire nation and issues fewer than 50 gun permits per year.
Wow, I didn't realize that. That's crazy because everybody there has a gun, apparently.
Right. And it also claims that a gun manufactured in the U.S. is more likely to be used to murder a Mexican citizen than an American citizen. And the stats on that are 17,000 people killed by an American gun in 2019 in Mexico, and in America is 14,000 in the same year.
Yeah, but like it's the guns are going to kill more Mexicans than Americans in Mexico. Obviously, there's more Mexicans there. That's how that works.
I just fucking
hate
love
statistics so much.
I know.
So stupid.
They're so good.
Yeah, it's going to kill more Mexicans than Americans. Well, yeah, because you're Mexico and you're full of Mexicans.
And they're one of their big complaints on this one is simply because, you know, the easiest and cheapest way to transport guns from the U.S. to Mexico is through illicit crossing points along the border that run in the opposite direction of the drug smugglers' routes.
Well, gee, maybe you should have helped someone build a wall when he tried for 4 years.
Oh my fucking God. I mean,
I seem to think I remember hearing someone had some sort of a plan about those illicit routes, but no one took him seriously.
No, they called him a racist for it.
Now, 6 months later, you're crying about, there's illicit, you morons. Fucking Trump, as much as I hated his guts, that poor bastard couldn't catch a break.
No, not at all. So the Mexican government estimates that more than 2 million weapons have been illegally smuggled into the country from the U.S. over the past decade.
Yeah.
I would like to know how you come up with that number.
They just count them as they watch the people walk across the border and they don't stop them.
Does he have a case? Yeah, there's got to be at least 50 in there. Then.
Oh, no. You know what, Mexico? Until you're like my favorite Florida story of the month, where the mom was on a Zoom meeting, and while she was on a Zoom meeting, her infant child shot her because the baby was playing with her gun while she was talking to her boss on the phone.
That's amazing.
On the Zoom, and so there's a great Zoom video of this mom getting shot by her baby. I'm like, that's Florida. That's Florida.
I love Florida so much.
So Mexico, until you have that story, my heart's not bleeding for you guys.
At all.
It is. I feel terrible that you're right. Your country's full of Mexicans, and that's bad, and they're all criminals. But you know how when your chief of police there came out on the podcast talking about how the country depends on the crime for its economy? That kind of makes it sound like maybe you're less serious about stopping these things than you claim to be.
You think? Like, oh, Jesus. I can't believe that actually happened.
But the lawsuit is, it's a good way to start. You're getting more and more Americanized all the time.
I mean, I was just flipping through. I'm like, there's so many great news stories you can talk about that everybody's talking about, but I don't think anybody's talking about this one right now because this is just awesome.
Well, I hope they win. I'm not gonna lie.
They're not going to.
No, of course they're not going to. You can't sue the big gun companies like, oh, go after big tobacco next.
Yeah, right.
Should try suing Monsanto again.
Yeah, see where that gets you.
Sue Taco Bell for cultural appropriation.
Oh man, it's just nuts. I found this out today. Came to my attention that there's this. I think he's 25 now. Maybe he's 23. I can't remember. Whatever, early 20s anyway. He was in jail. This is a local guy. He was in jail for doing all types of stuff with a minor. Soliciting, grooming, found in a hotel illegally with one, doing sexual stuff. Not the first time he's been in trouble for this either. So they caught him red-handed, threw him in fucking jail, and because of COVID, they let him out.
What?
And he is now, and I kid you not, one street away and about 10 houses up from me.
Oh, nice.
And on my street alone, I've got probably 10 families with fucking young children.
Sure.
And he is right there. And I'm just, I can't fucking believe that somebody thought, you know who we need to release out of prison? Yeah, we need to let the pedophile out.
Now, was it all consensual what he did?
No. Well, keep in mind he was grooming them for like a couple of months online, breaking down the walls, making them feel safe, let them know they have a safe place to be with him and all that other shit. So it's that typical grooming thing where, I was just their friend, until you try to stick your cock in their ass. So yeah, no, like he's a sick fuck, and I hope he dies. I'm just saying that straight out. I wouldn't fucking complain at all. But I'm completely and totally mind fucked that you've got people in jail still for possession, like simple possession, and they're gonna stay in jail, but you're gonna let the fucking pedo go? Like,
I don't understand any of the decisions they're making regarding prisoners. I didn't from day one. I was like, why are we worried about prisoners? Well, I knew back in the day it was because prisoners make money.
That's right.
The prison gets money the more prisoners you have.
Yep.
So they were worried about keeping them alive so they could keep the money flowing. That makes sense, but I don't get this. I don't know what's happening now. I don't know why certain ones get special treatment. Maybe he's a rat or something.
I don't know. Oh man, I'm just trying to figure out at this stage now that I know this, what can I do with this information?
Well, you wouldn't last a day in Milton. Send him there.
That's the truth. Like, if word got out in Milton, that'd be it. It'd be all over Milton Talks. That'd be it.
Oh yeah, March be over there.
Be over there, fucking raging hell with a sign.
Count these days. March. She knows what she's. Every town needs a march.
Oh yeah, Milton's got like 6 of them now.
Oh, I know. I still follow them. You don't have to live there for me to love them.
I knew getting you one of that group was one of the best decisions I ever made.
It's done wonders for my life, I'll tell you that. But yeah, just I don't know if I could get him out. We had a racist dude in Kelowna when I was young, and we just harassed the fuck out of him till he moved.
Fuck. Did I tell you about the racist guy I dealt with at fucking Taco Bell?
I don't. No, not really. Not in any detail.
Oh fuck. I was literally standing. I was in fucking Taco Bell. I was grabbing fucking little fucking dinner for the wife and kids.
Least
And-
surprising story ever.
Right. And I'm standing there. I'm off to the side. I'm doing what I do best, which is just not paying attention to my surroundings. And I hear these two dudes sort of talking back and forth, and I mean they're talking some sort of shit, but I thought they were buddies just lipping each other until I could tell the one guy was getting like really fucking mad about it. So I spin around and there's this big fat fucking white guy yelling at the skip driver who's East Indian, and he's yelling at him, and he's like, why you go back to your fucking country, and fuck you, you brown fucking piece of shit. And he's just yelling at him, and I turn around and I look at him, I go, really? Is this heavy? Because you know what I'm talking about. I said, I know you're a piece of shit. Shut your fucking mouth. And we sort of had this stand up because he's looking to me for support.
Yeah, they do that. They always do that.
Yeah. I'm like, you're not getting it from me, man. I said, you're a piece of shit. I said, I don't think this establishment should be serving you your fucking food. I said, whatever he paid for his meal, I said, I'll buy that equal amount in food to make up the lost revenue if he fucking leaves, if you kick him out of the store right now. He's like, you can't do that. I said, oh no, I can.
And there's that word again.
There it is. I mean, like you say that because, I can say you can't say those things, but you can, you did. And now you got to deal with me, So we're sort of like he was bigger than me, but he was also like 80 and severely overweight. And I was just, I just took such offense to the whole fucking thing. I'm like, this is a guy who the dude literally just walked in and said, I'm here to pick up the skip order. And he doesn't even have a thick accent.
Really?
You know what I mean? So like, he's like clearly was born and raised in Canada. And he doesn't have a turban on or anything like that. He's just wearing regular fucking clothes, and he just starts, and this dude just jumps down his fucking throat. And I'm just like, you motherfucker. So we just sort of like, we lightly argue. I say lightly because every time he opened his fucking mouth, I just put my fucking and said, no. You don't get to speak anymore. You fuck. Get the hell. Like, what are you thinking? Right? And I just kept cutting him off and just doing what I do best and belittling the shit out of him. So my food's ready, and I'm like, can you guys keep that on the warmer for a minute? I'm not fucking done with this guy yet. And I just turn around, and he's like, I'll just go wait my car. You bring my food out to me. I don't fucking think so, asshole. You're not getting that type of fucking service here. I just wouldn't stop. And finally, the skip driver, he's like, thanks, man. I appreciate this, but it's all right. You can go. I'm not scared of this fucking guy. All right, you sure you're okay? Yeah, all right. I say, hey, asshole, yeah, if I ever fucking see you, I'm going to run your fucking ass over. And I just fucking walked out of the store and grabbed my food and left. Figured a good little death threat was a good one to end the day on.
And what did the skip? You should get free skip or something for that.
I mean, I wasn't doing it for the freebies. I just decided I think I need to tear a guy a new one because I've been holding it in for so long because that was during while we weren't doing the podcast.
Yeah, it's true.
So I didn't have an outlet anymore. So he got to be the brunt of it.
It definitely hurts. I know I was missing the chance to yell and scream about stuff, but at least I went back and listened to some good old episodes and it helped me. I would just sit there and yell along with us.
Oh, fucking hell.
Well, I think those types of people have to realize like the day is done. It's just not cool anymore. Nobody wants to hear it.
No.
Nobody.
You don't get the option of just standing out in a regular public place with like alone, and nobody is going to give you support for saying that shit anymore.
No, go be a piece of shit at home. That's fine. That's your right. But
yeah, go yell at the TV and go say your shit on the internet, whatever you want to do. But you're out in public and you start that shit out in public, I might be willing to, throat punch you a couple times just so your larynx stops fucking working.
Why not?
Fuck. You clearly serve no purpose in life. Yeah, you're old. Congratulations. Maybe you should die now and just leave your money to somebody else.
I think that might be a lot of it. It's just old guys don't realize that shit just doesn't fly anymore.
Yeah. They're used to their way, but yeah, not so much anymore.
And we were just raised differently. Sorry, old timer. You must have some shitty kids or grandkids or something that you can teach your crap to, but Gord's right. Out in public, just not. No one wants to hear it anymore. Like, I hate it, and I don't like. I make fun of it a lot on this show, but I've never like. I will be the first to defend someone seriously in a situation like that.
Yeah.
I just don't get it. I don't get how you can't be like, I won't say woke because I hate woke, but how can you not like just see the world around you and be like, oh, I should keep my racist shit to myself, apparently.
Right. And that's the thing. And that's what I just don't fucking get at all. Like, how do you just not get it?
Like Gord can't be the first one to tell you.
No, clearly I'm there's no way in hell that I'm the fucking first person to say something that you're a fucking idiot.
Although that would be kind of awesome if that guy just showed up and he was like, hey, you know what? I had no idea this shit wasn't cool anymore. It turns out I'm a big fucking loser. Thanks for telling me, man. Then I'd be like, cool, you're out. You should be on a podcast with us.
I might just put you on the podcast now, you fuck.
That is no. If he turns around, he's like, "Holy shit, I am a fuck. I had no idea." Then I'd be like, "Well, that's cool. I can understand that."
Yeah, I guess
I could dig that you didn't know. I could get that. You just live in a cave and watch shitty news channels, or just what do shitty people watch? I don't know. The Biggest Loser or CSI or something.
I don't know what they watch. I
don't know what ignorant fucks watch, but if he's like, oh yeah, I just stuck it in front of my TV and been an ignorant fuck. So thank you, Gord, for pointing it out.
Now I'm gonna be a good man.
Now I'm not gonna be such an ignorant fuck because of what you taught me.
I mean, face it, that's always the outlying goal. Like, you're always hoping that you're gonna date something, and then you just like, then like a week later, the guy's in the corner saying racism is bad. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that would be awesome. I doubt that's probably not gonna happen, likely, but it'd be cool if it did.
It really would be.
He's just out yelling at racists the next time you see him. He's on the opposite side of that speech.
He's literally quoting me.
Yeah. That'd be the one time when I wouldn't mind if you ripped off our show. Like,
I would happily take that slander. That'd be great.
I listened to these guys and they taught me. I listened to their podcast after the one yelled at me at the Taco Bell. And I learned a lot.
I mean, years ago when I know I've shared this story in the podcast back in the early days, when I was in a mall and this dude approached me about this Christian get together thing, and after giving him this speech about why there's no God, he took all those flyers that he had promoting and he threw them in the garbage. He said, I can't believe I've been wasting my life with this, and then walked away with his head down. I've always wondered what happened to him.
He sang for Creed.
He became a raging alcoholic. Well, I've always wanted to know once now that he's questioned everything he's ever sort of believed, and he questioned it for the first time in his life. What did he like? What was the first bad thing he did when he realized it just doesn't matter?
See, that is exactly why I don't question things.
Yeah.
So I'm afraid of what I might do to myself. So it's best to just live in my ignorant bliss.
Oh, God.
God forbid I start questioning things about myself and then realize there's something I don't like. Oh, my God.
Oh, no. This is why every mirror I own came from McDonald's.
Every mirror I own came from this decommissioned funhouse at the amusement park.
I'm gorgeous. I'm in perfect physical shape. And I am just perfect.
I know what. I like it. I think we all need a good, healthy dose of denial once in a while.
Oh, come on. Denial is like, I think that's almost key to survival at most stages in life.
Yeah, it's done me well. It's like, hey, Eric, your life's kind of not very good. Hey, what are you talking about? My life's awesome.
Do you see me unhappy right now? Well, you don't look happy. Shut up.
You're just jealous.
There's a reason why I'm always happy, because I'm better than you. Shut up. Fuck. It's so good. Oh, man. You know, going back to that Mexico thing, I found this little quote, and you're going to love this. They say that, you know, even if the ruling favors the Mexican government, so even if they sue, and the court's like, you know what, fuck yeah, you get your $10 billion. He said that it won't be enough to have a tangible impact on the gun trafficking volume. Quote, rather than reducing gun violence, a potential successful lawsuit is likely to be reflected in a change in the way criminals get access to guns.
Yeah. Yeah, they'll just get them from somewhere else.
So what's the point? In other words, what you're saying is you want $10 billion.
That's pretty much it. Yeah, that's exactly what you're saying.
Either that, or for the first time ever, maybe Mexico is looking to actually start making their own guns, and this is their way of keeping it all in-house.
That's a good way to do it. That's smart. I didn't think of that, but way to go, Mexico.
Yeah.
I'm not on either of their sides. They both fucked us in the new NAFTA. They can all go to hell.
Like he goes, you know, for example, criminals can become more involved in in-house gun production or look for other markets outside the U.S. to get their gun supply. Likewise, the theft of guns from security forces in Mexico can also increase.
Oh, for sure, that's gonna happen. This guy knows his stuff.
That's so good. Like you literally just in your own statement, you literally said, "This is why we are not going to win."
Yeah, pretty much.
You just said it
this is why we're not going to win, and even if we do, it's not going to work because he's probably the one fucking stealing guns. He's like, they just asked him to write the article. Tell us what you will or will not do. Sure.
Okay.
No problem. I'm going to keep stealing guns. Yeah, we thought so. I'm just going to steal them from somewhere else when you're not looking. Yeah, okay.
Okay.
That's what I do. I'm a gun thief. How we get it? I'm going to go Taco Bell.
Oh, God.
Yeah, Taco Bell in Mexico.
It's like, you know, overall, the only real solution to Mexico's criminal violence is through investigation and prosecution of criminal networks to reduce impunity and disrupt collusion and tolerance by state actors. Noting that it is also right. Noting that it's also necessary to have, quote, professionalization and accountability for Mexico's police forces at all levels. Yeah, no.
Yeah, wasn't that all the big thing? Remember last year or whatever it was where the president was like, I'm coming out against corruption, and then his brother got caught taking bribes like behind him while he was giving the speech?
Pretty much, yeah. He was like literally on It's just so good.
Like, when that's your leaders, you can't really expect much from the average Joe.
No. I mean, it's the same with the fucking Pope. When the Pope's like, "Okay, look, there's way too many priest fucking children in our organization. I'm going to appoint this guy, and your job is to make sure that this doesn't happen anymore." Okay. And then that guy gets busted for fucking children.
I'm going to start by fucking these kids, because we all know the other priests don't want used goods. That's why I was doing it. I was doing it to protect them.
That's right. Because I have a tiny penis, so therefore it won't hurt them as bad. Sick fucks.
See? They should all move to Mexico.
Right.
What a ridiculous world we live in. I can't believe that those are stories that we get to tell.
I know, right?
Oh, hey, my camera just popped on for no reason.
Yeah, interesting.
Weird.
Weird.
Turning that off. Well, we covered a lot of territory there, and I feel like
I just lost you.
no, you didn't.
There you go. Okay.
Why is my camera back on though? There we go. I'm off camera. Well, I'm very proud of my Mexican heritage now.
That's right. I keep forgetting you're known as Senor Eric. I keep forgetting
Senor, yeah, people don't know that. Senor Eric. I had a delivery driver at work today. He's like, do you know Paul? And I was like, yeah, I know Paul. And he's like, he's the only other guy here I know. He's like, except for this chick Gloria that I met on Tinder, she works here. I was like, yeah, that's me. He's like, what? I was like, yeah, no, it's totally me. I'm Gloria. He's like, no way. I'm like, oh, whatever, man. Talk to you later.
I will see you on the internet later, baby.
Now he's not gonna know. I could have just screwed up like the match made in heaven. Could be his girl of his dreams, and he's gonna wonder just for a minute if it's a fucking dude in the hairnet.
That's
Just ruined his
best
world.
thing in the world. It's the best thing in the fucking world right there. That's just great.
It's gonna cross his mind. He doesn't believe me now, but as he was driving home, he was like, I wonder.
You know what? That makes sense when she said this, because I thought that was a bit of a dude thing to say.
Yeah. Yeah, she could just be awesome, and I've just ruined it for them forever. That's what she I'm single, so are you.
That's amazing.
That's my fun for the day. Whatever. At least I'm not Mexican.
Yeah, exactly.
I guess is that it for our show? I think that's it for our show.
Yeah, I don't have. I mean, aside from just covering everything else that's been fucking covered all over the news, I don't know what else to talk about.
Neither do I. But we did good. We did our hour.
Yeah.
58 minutes exactly, actually.
Very nice.
I don't have much more to tell everybody. Hey, listen to that other podcast that they talk about at the beginning of our show. Listen to that one. The hell's it called? Shit.
Fuck, I can't remember.
the something podcast. He's a good guy. You should listen to his show. I think his name's Ron or Dave or something.
Steve, I don't know.
I don't think we'll be cross promoting anymore if this is how I do it.
Oops.
Oh,
actually, hang on. There is something I do want to fucking promote. It's a podcast. Give me a second. Because I'm just not prepared. There it is. If you are into fitness and you're like a gym person and you like fitness, you want to hear about fitness talks, not only that, but if you just also like to just hear random little mini episodes about random things you don't know what it might be, check out Lifting with Leo, the chat show. Available on Spotify and everywhere else. That's my girl, my friend Leo. She's British. She's humorous. She's a nut job, and God bless her. Yeah, check it out. I haven't listened to. I mean, face it, I'm a fat dude. I am not doing the fitness thing, but
I wasn't going to say.
But the mini episodes are fucking hilarious, and they're really dude. Like she did the things saying, why do we say the things we say? And it's just all about like certain catchphrases. Where do they come from, and what did they mean originally, and how did they become what they are? And just funny little things. She did an episode literally just on boobs. Kind of funny. So check it out. Lifting with Leo. Check her out on Spotify.
Lifting with Leo on Spotify. And the Slacker Cast on Red Circle, and everywhere you listen to Eric and Gord, you can listen to the Slacker Cast with Greg Cummings.
Very good.
It's a good show. It's funny. I've never listened to it. I'm sure it's great.
They tell me it's good, so I'm just going to listen to it.
And yeah, keep supporting us. Keep supporting podcasting in general. It's starting to get big. Gord and I are weathered veterans now. That's why we feel like we can yawn into the mics.
We're just that old school.
Thank you, everybody. We're on like 12 charts right now, and that's because you guys are awesome. It's not because of this episode, that's for sure. But I'll be better prepared next week. I wasn't expecting all this excitement this week. And I wasn't expecting all our shit not to work at the beginning. That kind of threw me off my game a little bit. But if you want some good old classic Eric and Gord, these little headliner videos keep showing up on Facebook, and they're funny little bits and bites from over the years.
I like the one you sent me, by the way. That was a good one.
The one today?
Yeah.
Yeah. They're all over. There's a bunch of them. So do that. Follow us and like us and stuff on the Facebook, or join our Facebook group. We haven't had a new member in a long time. That'd be Eric and Gord's group for people who like groups.
Yep.
And it's a no holds barred group-tastic grouping of people who want to group and talk about their group and experiences. And it's got nothing to do with any of that. It's just me posting crap nobody cares about. And that's it. I'm signing off because I am tired as fuck.
I hear that.
So until next week, kids, when I have big stuff planned for you, take care of each other.
If you know of a pedophile, throat punch him.
Yeah, do that.
Twice. Thank you.
And I'm coming to St. Catharines to take care of yours, because you can't. You live there. But hey, St. Catharines' new pedo guy, if you're listening to the podcast, I'd probably move soon.
Yeah.
Did they have to tell you? Is he like a registered dude? Did they have to tell you he was living there?
No, nobody knew. It came out because who the fuck was it? One of the neighbors found out who he was and saw him, and he was I don't know, he was doing some shit or something like that outside, and apparently what happens is this fucking kid keeps going by this fucking house and like knocking on the door and blaring his horn in his car, doing all this shit and just annoying everybody, and this guy came out and said, "You're a fucking pedophile, why don't you get the fuck out of here?" And a bunch of neighbors heard, and they said, "Go, that's this the kid's name is this. He's the one who was charged for fucking for grooming and all this other shit." And a whole bunch of the neighbors all came out, and the kid fucking bolted into his house and called 911 because he was scared.
Oh, well,
so I just find that I find that quite humorous. We're gonna give a child the option to call 911, you fuck. But yeah.
Oh, hopefully, is he black by any chance?
No, white kid.
Oh, no, I was hoping he was a black guy, and maybe the cops would shoot him.
Yeah, no, it's no fucking white kid.
Ah, well. Some guys have all the luck.
Right?
All right, I'm quitting before I get myself in trouble. Take care of each other, kids. Love you. Bye. Talk to you next week.
See ya, fuckers.
How do I stop this?
Loved what you've heard on this week's episode? Well, the answer is simple. It would mean the world to us if you could head over to iTunes and leave us a 5-star review and feedback. Spreading the word really is the best way to grow our podcast and achieve even greater things. Thank you.
Please be advised that this podcast is meant for educational and informational purposes only and is in no way a replacement for legal or medical advice. The opinions contained within are solely those of the interviewers and interviewees and should be received as so. Those seeking help or advice are encouraged to obtain professional legal and medical services.